Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review rant recap of 60 Days in Season 8, Episode 8. Child, stuff is starting to get hot. It's getting hotter here, and we are here for it. Honey, it looks like on both the woman's side and the men's side, things are starting to get very interesting. Let's get into it, shall we? Oh, yes, we shall.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can make this up. Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody, and this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And please share it on your social media platforms. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. Thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. One of the best kept secrets on YouTube. And to all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. Y'all, let me tell y'all, things are starting to go down. Okay, with my little notes, I had like a little note that I was using, and I don't know where my note went. There we go. Y'all, in this episode, we are starting to see the new cast get settled in, right? We got Orion, and then we got Kendra on the lady side who are coming in. Kendra has finished up and completed and wrapped up her quarantine time, and now she is out on the floor. In my previous episode, I gave you all a little background about Kendra, but she seems like she is on go. She ain't for the mess. She out there on the floor. She just like cut and dry. Like it is what it is with Kendra. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm liking her. I am liking her. Now we know that Brittany is still on the floor. Okay. Brittany is with the girl. She's been a positive person to the team. So let me give y'all Brittany. Brittany's been very positive. She's been, really helping the girls and giving them positive insights. On last week's episode, she ended up getting Candace to come into the dormitory with her, or in the jail cell with her, because it ain't no dorm picture. But she got her, coming in there with her. And Candace is having like some problems, with smoking. I mean, like with her attitude. And of course, she is detoxing and she's on this drug called Suboxone, right? Now, this drug is supposed to help curb the appetite for them wanting fentanyl, but these girls still want fentanyl. They still want the drug of choice. Now, one of the young ladies indicated that, why she's not going to go back on fentanyl. She's definitely going back on some crack. She definitely going back on the crack attack. And I was like, oh my God. I just was like, this is crazy that, she is, the drug epidemic is all in the jail. I mean, I'm talking about they are breaking pills, snorting it, swallowing it, putting it in cake mix. I mean, they doing the most. Now, Sheriff Dance, okay, said that she had an overdose in her jail. So she wanted to know how the drugs are coming into the jail. The drugs are coming into the jail because you're giving these different people drugs. Like they passing drugs out, like left and right. These people are getting scripts and stuff like that for anything basically that they want. And what they doing, what Candace is doing, okay, because Candace is a prisoner. What Candace is doing is she doesn't get canteen. She's not getting anything. Her family evidently ain't sending her no money. So she's taking her drugs while in the room with Brittany and trading it for canteen. She's trading it to the other people, probably for honey buns and Oreos, bitch. She in there with Brittany. She passing gas like I don't know what. She's flighty. She's up and down. And in my opinion, she's one of those type of people, excuse me, y'all, that need attention. If the attention is not on her, she got an issue. And that's why she starts stuff. Y'all, excuse me. I got the hiccups. I was trying to keep them down and around. But y'all, they done came full flight. She sit down on the bed after she gets her medicine. Brittany is laying in the bed. She's chilling on her tablet, doing what she do. She gets her medicine and she chops it up. She takes the pill and chop it up. So Brittany was like, what are you doing? And she was like, I'm taking my medicine. So she was like, you chopping it up. Excuse me, y'all, I got the hiccups for real. She was like, you chopping it up so you can get higher. She was like, I'm going to get high anyway. I hope you don't look at me any different. Brittany played it right when she was like, I ain't judging. But I'm telling you right now, if some shit go down, I don't want to be involved in your mess. Don't tell me nothing about it. I don't want to hear about it, etc., etc. Brittany is like, this girl's a junkie. Now, they got this new girl that came in cell number 112. And I think her name, for some reason, I thought her name was Sarah. Was that her name, Auntie? Did you write that bitch name down? For some reason, I think her name was Sarah too. She just came in. Now, she seems to be a regular up in that month. She came in and she got drugs. The girl said, y'all listen to this. Candace said that when Sarah came in before, she had to, they gotta, when they go through intake, they gotta squat and cough and all of that kind of stuff. She said the girl had it up in her cervix. How in the whole fuck do you get something up in your cervix? She's showing off. She on blast. Everybody know what it is with her. But she done put drugs in her cervix. You know you a junkie where you are hiding drugs all the way in your cervix. Because she already know. But I'm just like, I don't even be wanting to get a pap smear. I ain't trying to be nasty. I'm just saying, women, we know. And I'm going to, on purpose, that she done got found out. So she done got found out. They suspected her. Next thing you know, the guards are coming in with the dogs. They smelling. So everybody like looking, like what the hell's going on, down in 112. But like I said, she been there before. So now everybody on high alert. They thinking, okay, everything over. So the next thing you know, we looking at our girl Kendra. Kendra comes out. And who up in Kendra's face? Miss Social Motherfucking Butterfly Sarah. So Sarah's over in her face and she's talking to Kendra. She tries to, talk about the tattoos because that's something they got in common in order for her to start a conversation with her. And so Sarah was like, she too friendly. She too overzealous. This bitch in the program. I'ma lay low. I ain't fucking with her. I don't want to be around her because she gonna blow my cover. I don't want to be associated with her at all. And I'm telling you, that was wise of Kendra because Kendra is sitting back. She laying low. And as I said, she was abducted for 3 months, put into the sex trade and all of that kind of stuff. So her level of knowing bullshit is on an all-time high. Like she's on red alert, bitch, at all times. And as I said in my last review that I just did, 60 Days in Season 8, Episode 7, make sure y'all check that out. Sarah's not serious about what she's doing. She's just in that showing off because she's in a wear program and trying to act like she want all the women to be in there. But she happy that this is something she do because this give her opportunity to continue to fucking socialize. And I think she done messed up and lost focus. And you want to make friends around there. Plus, she's a scared ass. She's scared of everything and scared of everybody. So she up in there basically kissing ass. That's what Sarah doing. So Brittany be sitting back in the cupboard with her tablet. She be doing what she do. The girls come to her for advice and all that kind of stuff. And so the next thing you know, the guards come back in. It's a bunch of guards at this point. They walking around. Now they checking everybody's. The way that they did it to me was stupid. Because if it's 20, let's say it's 20 jail cells in it, right? 20 cells. I'm in 18. I already see what you doing. If I got something, I ain't gonna have that bitch with you come to mine. Because you done gave me 17 cells heads up that you coming to mine. So the likelihood that you're gonna find my at 18, no. I got an opportunity to hide it. Now, what you call them? Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I meant to show y'all who Kendra was. This is Kendra. Look at Kendra's tats. Kendra is tatted up. What they should have did was pull everybody out and went through their rooms while they was sitting out, hoping and wishing and praying. Because even Candace was like, it's a slot in the toilet where you can hide the drugs. And here's the thing, because they on drugs like that, they don't give a fuck where the drugs was, where the drugs been. Long as they can crush it and snort it, they don't give a fuck. So they go through there, and Brittany was like, this bitch had drugs in here that she been snorting. Now, mind you, they'll prescribe to her, but the way she using them is wrong. So Brittany was like, I'm about to go. She about to make me go down. Now, remember last episode, Brittany was like, whatever you do, keep me out of it. I don't give a fuck. I ain't here to judge or nothing like that. But really, Brittany is there to judge. And she was like, Candace be all over the place. And we know she is because she was in there last episode arguing about some fucking socks, some dirty ass socks. One of the things that I noticed, and I don't know how to recommend it to the judge, but people who are not getting canteen or they not getting nothing on there, do you call it a commissary? Whatever you call it. They need to make sure or find some kind of way of putting something on their book so they don't feel like they got to do that. If we know that the jail is typically a buy and trade type of thing, then people like Candace, no matter how fucked up she is, need to at least have $5 on it so she can get her some bubble gum or something to trade. Now, I know that probably sounds crazy, but I'm just saying, I just think that they need to have something that they can sell, they can trade off so that they're not trading drugs for food. Y'all let me know down in the comment section if y'all think I'm just getting a little bit too soft. But when I realized that that's what the girl was doing and why she was doing it, I just was like, wow. And they be one of those drugs. So anyway, they came down, they was shaking everybody down. They didn't really find anything. And of course, Brittany was happy about that. But in the meantime and in between time, all of them had to come out of their cells. They had to go in shower 1 and shower 2. And they had to bend and cough. And they was talking about how uncomfortable it was, how degrading it is that they have to do this. Now, they did this on intake, but I was like, when the fuck are they going to make the men bend and cough? Because they doing drugs down there, honey, like, the men are doing drugs like nobody's business. And here we got Orion. He asked for a damn Quran. He said it took him 5 days to get Quran, but yet and still they bring pills around every fucking day. He done put in his little forms, his grievances about not having a vegan meal because he's Muslim. He can't get that, and he waiting 5 days. When they moved him out and put him in another cell, he was like, man, this ain't nothing but the drug wing. Everywhere you look, people was crushing drugs, snorting. I mean, the only thing that they ain't doing in that bitch is using needles. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you that's the only thing that they are not doing in them jail cells. Now, the people who are diabetic, are they getting needles or do they come and shoot them themselves? Like if they on insulin. Jamal, as we all remember, Jamal got moved. Him and Carlos. He finally in a wing where people ain't fucking with him. Because remember, he was getting ready to get his ass whooped by Drip. Drip Drop was about to whoop his ass, so they moved him out. Now, he's the one that we see every week. He got a towel on his head. He told us this week why he got it on it. He said now he known for the towel. But for him, it's like Linus and his blanket. It's a security blanket for him now. He feels safe under that mother. I said, no, what? It has now become an anchor, a security blanket, if you will, for this mother. It's a security blanket. But I think that many of us figured that that's what it was. But they asked him about the rag that was on his head. And he, he just was like, this just makes me feel good. I guess it stabilizes him. I guess it helps him to function in the facility because he ain't doing shit else. Excuse my language, but he ain't doing nothing else. Nothing else. He laying around all fucking day and talk about these, my friends. He was sitting down and he was doing some art and stuff like that. And the guys was coming over and, talking to him about his art and his craft and all of that kind of stuff. But other than that, only thing he caring about is Carlos. And Carlos came up in that month talking about he think that he got the tools not to get high and sitting up there snorting on the first damn day. Carlos is weak. Jamil's sitting there acting like he don't see it. They pull him in the back and say, Jamil, is anybody doing drugs? I ain't seen it. Mother, what do you mean? Carlos do drugs all day. He always sniffing somebody's bare aspirin. Carlos is getting high. Carlos is a straight drug addict and talk about he got tools. Bitch, you didn't even have the tools to stay out of there. You didn't even have the tools to stay with your kids. And this is taking everybody's medicine. And Jamil gonna sit there and talk about it ain't his job to snitch. He ain't snitching on nobody because him and Carlos is buddies. He got to watch out for them. He ain't seen no drugs in there. Bitch, what do you mean Carlos get? I see. You know what? He's a weak ass. He's one of those mother. Okay. Y'all know every year at the National Car Show, they have a car and they do a contest. The person who can stay and keep their hand on the car the longest wins the car. That's what Jamil doing. Jamil is a month that said, as long as I can stay in here until the 90 days, I have accomplished my task because he ain't helping nobody. And then he keep talking about he built relationships, but now he got a best friend bitch, and then he's got a couple of other guys that like him. He think he in a contest to get a car. If I just keep my hand on this fucking car, then I win the prize. No, bitch, you supposed to be in there doing stuff. You supposed to be in there letting the sheriff know what's fucked up, but now you sitting up there talk about you ain't snitching on nobody. But that just goes to let you know that Jamil is mind is fucked up, and he done got up in there and he institutionalized his damn self. Because he's like, I got to stay alive no matter what. 5 alive, bitch. I got to come out of here alive. And I got to keep my hand on this fucking car. And as long as I keep my hand on this car, I did my job. I stayed the 90 days. I didn't tag out. I didn't go. I didn't leave. He's weak. But he got into a dorm where ain't nobody fucking with him. But now Drip is in there. And I'm going to tell you right now, when I watched this episode with Drip and I saw that Drip was using, I was shocked. When I saw Drip snorting and sniffing up them drugs, y'all, that shocked the and I know that Drip be hyped up and he get on everybody's nerve, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I did not know and did not think that Drip was a user. He doing drugs. So that's why he stay hyped up and playing spades all night, bitch. Because he's on drugs. I was shocked. I don't know about y'all, but I was shocked. I was shocked. He looking at Jamil. He still want Jamil ass. Then we got Orion. Now he done came in there. Remember, he was booked up with the little boy named Jacob. So now he done got out there. He doing his grown man shit. Okay? Orion is a whole grown man. He know what his goal is and he's going to reach it. So he's talking to people, kicking the bobo and everything. This white dude comes in there. Tall, slim, skinny white dude. He kicking the bobo. Dude comes in. Orion is going back there to take a shower. He goes back there to take a shower. And dude take his bump. He took his bunk. Now, mind you, Orion just got his Quran. I don't know if he got his food, but he ain't got it to do. He come back and dude done disrespected him, and all the guys up in the jail is like, this took your bunk. And dude walking back and forth like he's the shiznit. And Orion lost it and was like, I'm gonna have to whoop his ass. So dude comes over, sits beside, he was like, man, let me talk to you real quick. You know, you the move and took my bunk and everything, and whoop the whoop, and the dude was like, okay, basically he was like, and what, you don't own no bunk around here? I can't be on the top bunk. Orion was like, you can. He can't be on the bunk. Orion was ready to whoop dude. He said, let's just talk man to man. He was like, we are talking man to man. Next thing you know, the shower shoes came to fuck off Orion's foot, bitch. He was like, I'm about to whoop his ass. Now, for those of you all who don't know, when they go and have fights and stuff like that, they take the shower shoes, the little orange shower shoes off, because the orange shower shoes are slippery. So they take those shoes off when they about to do war. Matter of fact, would be in the bunk where Jamil was, it was some dudes, like I say, different gangs and stuff. And I don't know if dude was being initiated or what, but they took him in the shower and just started beating him in his chest, like 5 to the chest. And I'm talking about some serious blows. Like you could just hear the blows going. Can you imagine, bitch? No wonder Jamil is walking around like Linus. I was like, oh my God, he is hitting him so hard in his chest, like I was feeling the punches. They came out of there like ain't nothing happened. So I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was gang initiation, or if dude had crossed the line with a gang and they was like, we're going to tag your ass for it. I don't know. Maybe I need to go back and look, because they was win and tatting his ass in that shower. And he was just standing there taking it. Just standing there. I said, bitch, you couldn't have. I'm too weak. I think I'm strong and I think I'm bad, but shorty, nah. I ain't got it to do. I wouldn't last. They would have to have me in a turtle suit, bitch. I would have to be turtle suit. No, I couldn't do it. So anyway, Orion goes over to the dude. He ready to fight. And now the dude talks to him. And he gives him his bunk back. But the thing about it is, you can't be no punk. And you can't be no punk in there. He stood up for himself and got his bunk back. But suppose he was like Jamil. He wasn't playing. He wasn't playing with him at all. He said, I'm going to fight because he disrespected me. And dude knew it was disrespectful. But then he backpedaled him. He backpedaled. Oh, yes, he did. And he needed to. Now, he's looking at Jacob. Jacob, who was in the cell with him before, when they was doing a 5-day quarantine. And Jacob is a clown. He's running things back and forth to people, notes, drugs, whatever. He just a do boy. He a complete do boy. And he was like, these young people say they want this and they say they want that. But then they switch up on you and they really don't want it. And I was like, that's just so true. That is so true. What else happened that I thought was significant? it wasn't nothing else that I thought was significant enough to cover. But I'm telling y'all right now, this show is getting better and better. I am glad that they were able to keep people in there because it was looking bleak with people tapping out 98, 60 seconds in, bitch. They was tapping out. The other dude barely even went through fucking intake. So it's good to see them come back in. But like Orion said, the whole where he is nothing but drugs. Nothing but drugs. Oh, we talked about that in the first. We talked about that in the one I just did, Kevin. You missed that. You missed that. We already talked about that in the one that I did maybe about 45 minutes ago. I talked about the WIG program. But y'all let me know if y'all watching it, what y'all think about the show. Are the rest of the people solid? Are we going to be able to keep Brittany? Are we going to be able to keep Sarah? And are we going to be able to keep Kendra? I think Sarah is going to end up ratting her own self out by running her fucking mouth and running around there and kissing everybody's ass and trying to be friends. She trying to be friends with everybody, and it ain't gonna work. When that girl took and bucked up on Sarah about her talking about that WIG program, she lucky that girlfriend apologized to her and was like, I need to, have some self-control and I need to get myself together. Because Sarah's scared of everything and she won't be everybody's friend. And it just ain't gonna work. And like Kendra said, this bitch part of the program and I don't want nothing to do with her. She don't want nothing to do with her and she's doing the right thing. I even think that Brittany has already figured out that Sarah's part of the program. I cannot wait until the reunion when they go and start having a conversation about what's really going on and how they really feel about each other. Brittany is just like, I'm just sick of Candace. Because Candace be popping off. And Brittany is about sick of it. But again, she don't seem like she got no love. She don't have no family support or anything like that. And I definitely think that, she definitely has some mental illness. But I'm going to say this. I think that Jamil has mental illness. Because to go in there and just go into a shell to conform when you know that your intention and your job is to get the intel. Bitch, if you're not going to give the sheriff the intel, why are you there? You're not going to snitch on them? What makes people neglect their purpose for friendship? I don't need no friends like that. I don't need the friends. This is the end of my review. Y'all let me know downtown in the comment section what y'all thought about this episode of 60 Days in Season 8, Episode 8. Because I feel like we got a solid cast now, and I think that most of them are going to get to the end, with the exception of Sarah. I am still on the fence with her ass. Anyway, I love you all to pieces. Y'all, until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in those streets and in that water. Love y'all.